Today, guys, I'm going to be going ahead and showing you the brand new best money-making methods here inside of Fish after the big update. And a lot of people have been asking me, yo, what's the best way to make money? Where are the best spots? What's the best aquarium method? So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys all of that. By the way, guys, I still am doing an Oni Flarex rod giveaway. If you guys want to be entered in that, all you guys have to do is leave a like on this video, comment your username down below, and make sure you hype the video. On screen, you can see how to hype the video. This may be one of my last times doing the Oni Flarex rod giveaway because it takes a long time to get all the stuff. So make sure you do enter in that before this goes away. I'll pick a winner in around 7 days. So yeah. Anyways, guys, let's go ahead and get right into this video. So if we're going to start off with the best fishing locations for money and for XP. Now, it is a little bit different now that this update has come out because there's some new rods. There's new abilities on the rods. There's a lot of new stuff in this update. So I'm just going to go ahead and spawn in the submarine and we're going to head over to some of the locations. All right. So the very first place that we can go ahead and go for money is the Coral Bastion. Now, I'm not going to go all the way there and show you, but this could make you a good, I would say in the range of 13 to 17 million an hour, so 13 to 17 million. You have to go through this whole tidefall thing. I've already made multiple videos on how to do this, but the Coral Bastion is super easy to unlock once you make it all the way down here. Super easy spot to go ahead and get to, but you can make so much money. I use the try hard rod in this, but you can obviously also use really any other rod that you want. Try hard just makes the most amount of money, and that's how I made that 13 to 17 million dollars an hour. Now, the next spot I want to go ahead and show you is going to be kind of a newer spot that not a lot of people know about. I didn't know about this for the longest time, and then I tried it. So what we need to do is we need to head over to Snowcap Island. If I can, okay, it's right here. Yeah. So if I go to Snowcap Island right here, this is going to be the next spot. Now, this one's a little bit more difficult to get into, so I'm going to show you exactly how you guys can get into it yourself. But yeah, Snowcap Island right here. If I just run over to Snowcap, we need to kind of go in the back of it. The one thing I hate about the submarine is get out of it. We need to head into like this little ice area where we have to do this little like puzzle, I guess, to kind of open it. So let's just go ahead and do that really quickly. I believe it's going to be back here, the entrance for it. So we're going to head over here. All right. Oh yeah, this is the entrance right here. So this is not the entrance to Snow Burrow, but this is a recommended spot. I do think the Borealis Pines is still technically better, but I couldn't tell you for sure. So the very first thing to, kind of get into Snow Burrow is we're going to want to go up this. Now there's cracks right here, but you have to click them in a certain order. So that's going to be the second one that we need to click, I believe. So I need to first get up to the top. So this is the second one. As you guys can see, you should be able to, if you hover your mouse over it, click it. As you guys can see, it's kind of hard. It's like right in the middle. It's like right about here. So just get prepared to click that. Obviously, okay, there we go. So we need to head all the way up to the top. It's really freaking hard. Okay, so this is the first one we need to click. We need to run down, click this one, and then there's going to be another one down there. So click this, fly down over here, and we just screwed the whole thing up, but we might be able to still complete it. We might be able to complete it. Okay, we can't. We just freaking ruined it. I fell. Oh my gosh, I hate the game so much. They may have nerfed it so it's easier to do, but we'll see. No, okay, we just got to go up and do it again. You just have to be really quick about it. So this is the top. There's probably a cooldown on this. Right. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and try this again. So click this, jump down here. You have to go over here, click this. Okay, I fell in the ice. It may be okay though. Maybe okay. Okay, we click that. Let's see, did the door open? There's some door that opens. Okay, yeah, and this door right here is going to go ahead and open. Boom. So we actually did it correctly. This is my first time being in Snow Burrow, but I've heard very good things about it. So this is the spot that you can go ahead and fish. I don't know if is there anything else down here? I don't know. But this is a very good spot. Now, obviously, this is not my try hard rod. Try hard rod is definitely the best to use on this by far. Definitely use the try hard rod in this zone if I were you. There's some people that, would say that the other thing is better. There's different rods. Now, obviously, one thing I need to say that I need to mention is obviously there's other rods that you can use that are still going to make you a ton of money, maybe potentially even more than the try hard, but the try hard is just a good go-to rod, especially if you can get like the right mutations and stuff on it. Like that's just it because it has such a high mutation. Now they did nerf the luck on pretty much all the rods. Now I don't have any luck or anything on the try hard rod. I have no mutations or anything like that. We do have an Aurora going, so it does look like they maybe potentially nerf the luck for this area because look, we're not even getting exotics anymore like we used to. I'm going to try switching my rods though and seeing if this one just doesn't have enough luck. This has 95 luck. This has 105. So for this to be effective, you're pretty much going to need a rod with around 300 luck. I tried my try hard rod with 300 luck here and it works way better. Obviously since it's try hard rod, it's a little bit harder to catch, but yeah, I was catching pretty much exotics every single time. So yeah, you do need a try hard rod or a rod with a lot of luck. I would say at least 200 after the new update for it to even be like anywhere near effective. So yeah, definitely try this zone out. A lot of people have been hyping this up, so that's probably a really good zone to fish in. I haven't personally fished in a lot, which is why I kind of included it in this video, but it's not obviously definitive best spot. So yeah. All right, now we need to go into the next best money making method. Now this one probably isn't as good as it was, obviously when it first came out and all of that stuff, but it still is a very good spot, especially for XP. If you need XP, this is your place to go. Then we'll get into aquariums, how to basically make a ton of money with those, and yeah. All right, so the next place that we're going to go ahead and go is one that I've talked talked about a bunch of times. There's actually 2 zones I want to show you really quickly. I don't know. I want to check one of them to make sure that it didn't get nerfed because I haven't checked it since the update came out. So we're going to go ahead and check that out real Terrapin. We need to go to Castaway Cliffs really quickly. I need to check if they actually nerfed this or if it's kind of stayed the exact same. So we're going to head all the way over to Castaway Cliffs to check that out. I did just remember this is my alt account, so I don't have all my really good fish in my aquarium, but I'll still show you the best money making strat with that, obviously. So let's go all the way up over to actually just right here. This little spot right here is where we usually always go fish. Oh, I hate getting out of this stupid submarine. All right, let's get out of this. Alrighty, if we head over to this right here, right about here, this area, this spot used to be super, super good. Now, obviously, we don't have anywhere near as good luck as we used to. So, like, especially with these rods getting nerfed, it may be maybe be a completely different story. So yeah, we'll see. All right, let's go ahead and go ahead and throw this in here and fish is gone. So yeah, this is not obviously a super high luck rod anymore after the whole nerfing it deal. But yeah, you're still catching exotics really commonly in this zone, even more commonly than the snow burrow. So this still may be better than the snow burrow because the no life rod has pretty much terrible luck. But obviously the control on this isn't that good. It's taking forever to even catch this. Yeah, they definitely nerfed like the control or something because it used to never take this long to catch. So hopefully it has more value, sells for more or something because it does take a lot longer. But yeah, let's go ahead and now get into the next best zone that I would also consider best for XP, and then we'll get into the aquariums and all of that stuff. So I'm gonna jump down into here and we're gonna go over to the next island. I'm gonna just use the jet ski, honestly, because it's less annoying than using this stupid submarine every time. So let's head over there. So we're gonna head over to Moog Group. This is by far the best XP and money spot, but we need to test and make sure that it still is and that it's still actually good. So let's run over here. This definitely is probably still the best XP spot, but again, we have to check this out because it may not be, honestly. So head over into this carrot area right here. And now let's see. We're using fruitcake flakes as our bait, by the way. That probably should have mentioned that because they might have completely nerfed the luck on them. That's probably part of the reason why we're not really getting the exotics like we were. Let's go ahead and change the bait real quick and see. The thing is, we don't really have any other bait. I mean, it still has a universal luck of 180, so it's still bringing our luck up a lot, so I can't really complain too much. It's still pretty good, but it's definitely better with like the try hard rod or the astral Serenus rod. One rod with like a lot of luck. It needs to be a rod that still has a ton of luck, honestly. So I'm just gonna fish here for a second. It doesn't look like we're getting a ton of the exotics, but again, we don't have a rod that's really super strong. But yeah, this is a great XP spot because, you know, if you get the right luck, you have like the astral Serenus rod or whatever. I can't use it quite yet because I'm not level 1000 on this account, but yeah, you will get a lot of good stuff. I mean, obviously it has a +1 disturbance, really good progress speed, and then lure speed, and then luck is also really good. So you need a rod with way higher luck than I have for this to even be effective. So keep that in mind, but this is definitely one of the best spots. I would potentially go back to Castaway Cliffs though, because I was getting more mythics at Castaway Cliffs with lower luck. So especially if you don't have like insane rods, then obviously I would just recommend trying that for yourself. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the best aquarium strategies, what you need to do to make your aquariums make the most amount of money for you in the long. The very first thing you need to go ahead and do is obviously open up an aquarium. Now, I don't have insane items on this account, so I'm not making a ton of different stuff, like a lot of money, I guess. But the best strategy is to wait for admin abuse, because during admin abuse, you can get a bunch of mutations. Now, make sure you're using a rod that will also apply more mutations on whatever you're catching. Preferably money or size mutations are the best. Size are really ideal, so you want to have insanely big ones to put in your aquarium. Then you can just slap over the equip best thing. It's going to go ahead and equip the best ones that it can possibly put in here. But again, the bigger the better, the more mutations the better, because you're going to make more money that way. So the aquariums were nerfed a good bit. I mean, everything was, but they're still really overpowered for money, obviously. Even with bad stuff in here, I'm making around 13,000 an hour without doing anything, and that's with 3 in here. You can have like I think a max of close to 10. So genuinely, that in and of itself is still really broken for the aquariums, which is why I would still recommend using the aquariums if you can. They're really, really good overall. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I'm on the road to 250,000 subscribers, so I would appreciate if you guys did go ahead and subscribe. It helps the channel out a ton. I've been making some more fish videos recently as Forge has been dying a little bit. So yeah,